Hey, it's me again, your boy Caleb Sanchez. And I'm back whether you like it or not. And today we're going to be talking about South Korea.
Almost paradise 아침보다 더 눈부신
The capital of South Korea is Seoul, which is also the largest city. Their currency is South Korean won and roughly converts 1 peso to 2450 South Korean won. As of 2014, the estimated population of South Korea is over 51.3 million people. Guess what their language is called? That's right, Korean. Guess what their alphabet is called? You're wrong. It's Hangul. Before we dive into the culture of South Korea, let's talk about its history and government first.
History and government. Before, there was only one big Korea, and it was colonized by the Japanese during 1910 to 1945. This is also called the Japanese colonial period. During this time, infrastructures improved, health campaigns were a priority, land was distributed through the cadastral survey, and agriculture flourished. After the events of World War II, the Japanese Empire fell. US and Russia, both members of the Allied powers, got in a political and military dispute and engaged in the Cold War, a war with no actual war taking place. Eventually, Russia got the North and the US got the South. At 1945 to 1948, the first South Korean government was established. It was a military government set up by the US. During these times, economic turmoil occurred due to the abrupt disruption of trade between Japan and South Korea, the language between US and South Koreans, and the unpreparedness of the US to actually govern South Korea. It wasn't long until a surprise attack happened. At 1950, the Korean War occurred, lasting only for 3 years but killing 2.5 million people. The North launched a surprise attack that immediately claimed half of South Korea. The UN had to step in and the DMZ was established. The DMZ, or the Demilitarized Zone, is the area where North and South Korea are divided, and where North Korean leaders go to discuss certain issues with South Korean leaders, and vice versa. After the Korean War, growth was seen in the economy of South Korea. Many investors came in, and that encouraged advancement of technology and higher quality of life. Presently, South Korea is a democratic republic led by a prime minister and personified by a president.
Now that you've got an overview of South Korea, we can now take a look at their culture.
The LGBT community.
Well, being gay is actually it's kind of looked down upon in Korea. It's kind of sad, but yes. So those who are of different sexual preference, either than straight or they keep it to themselves and they don't really tell other people that they're gay or lesbian. Not that I have anything against them, but it's just how culture in Korea works.
Roles of men and women.
Basic roles of men and women. Korea is very patriarchal, with men being dominant. That's why when you go to Korea, you'll see all of these families with the father working for money, and the mother usually stays at home as a housewife, and her task is just to keep the house at a good well-being, and that their kids are raised properly and they're doing good on their schoolwork.
Gift giving etiquette. Receive with both hands. Never open the gift in front of the giver. Give gifts of similar value. Allow the host to give his gift first. Do not give liquor to a woman.
Now nobody wants their feelings getting hurt, especially with Koreans. Let's take a look at Kibun and Inhwa.
Kibun
Kibun literally just means feelings. So if you ask someone, what's your kibun right now? You could say, I'm angry, or I'm moody, or in a bad mood. So that's what kibun means. Kibun is important because every Korean wants to know how each other feel. They want to know how they feel, and it's a part of a culture that everyone should feel great and in a good mood, or at least not in a bad mood. So we ask each other, how's your kibun right now?
Inhwa.
Another aspect of Korea is inhwa, which is literally just harmony. Um, just like kibun, where everyone wants to know each other's feelings, inhwa is one of the main reasons for that. Everyone wants to be in a great harmony between each other, and usually Koreans like to give positive answers and avoid or are reluctant to give direct refusals. And the reason for that is because they want to not hurt the harmonious environment by giving negative answers.
Confucianism and collectivism.
Confucianism is a belief system founded by Confucius. It stresses love for humankind, lineage worship, veneration for parents, and agreement in thought and in conduct. Collectivism, on the other hand, states that man should live for others. Man must be attached or subjugated to a group for the good of all.
Gestures. Strong eye contact is a no-no. Do not interrupt or disagree with someone who is talking. Do not touch, especially on the head. Tourist spots.
Ah! Jeju Island! I remember that time when I went to Jeju Island. It was pretty cool. Another tourist spot one foreigner or tourist should travel to in Korea is the royal tombs of the Joseon dynasty. Oh, Hwasong Fortress. Yes, yes. It's it's kind of like Great Wall of China, but actually a whole lot fancier. Ah, yes, Gyeongju Historic Areas. That's found in Gyeongsangbuk-do. It's a province in Korea. Seoraksan National Park. Yes, this is one of the most popular mountains in Korea. The peaks of the Seoraksan Mountains break through the clouds while jade-like water flows through the valleys.
Basic greetings.
Here are the basic greetings in South Korea that you should know. For hello, if formal,
안녕하세요.
if informal,
안녕.
and if answering on the phone.
여보세요.
For how are you?
어떻게 지냈어요?
And I'm fine, thanks.
잘 지내요.
And for introducing one's name.
제 이름은 리나입니다.
In saying pleased to meet you, if formal.
만나서 반갑습니다.
And if informal.
만나서 반가워요.
In saying sorry, if formal.
미안합니다.
If informal.
미안해.
Saying thank you, if formal.
감사합니다.
If informal.
고마워.
Saying I love you.
사랑해.
Saying yes.
네.
Saying no.
아니요.
Culture towards eating. Can be late up to 30 minutes. If in a house, remove your shoes. Do not pierce food with chopsticks. The oldest or most senior starts first.
Ano ba yan?
Dress etiquette. Business attire is conservative. Men should wear dark-colored, conservative business suits with white shirts. Men should avoid wearing jewelry other than a watch or a wedding ring. On the other hand, women should dress conservatively and wear subdued colors.
First meetings.
Shaking hands is now common even among Koreans. When meeting a Korean business person for the first time, it is best to be introduced by a third party rather than introducing yourself.
Business meeting etiquette.
For Koreans, it is important to make an appointment a few weeks in advance of a business meeting. Punctuality is important as it is a sign of respect.
Business card.
Use both hands if possible when presenting and receiving a business card. You should read it carefully and then place it on the table in front of you. To put someone's card in your pocket or to write on it is to show disrespect to the person.
Prominent multinational firms.
Samsung Electronics is the world's biggest maker of memory chips, smartphones, and televisions. LG Chem is South Korea's largest chemical maker and one of the leading suppliers of car batteries. POSCO is the world's fourth biggest steel maker.
Hello, Sir Ron Piñas. I'm Ken, and I am 19 years old, and I just met Caleb on ChristianMingle.com. He's a pretty cool guy. I hope you listen and enjoy this video. Charles, ang itim mo. Alam mo yan? Ha?